Welcome all. In this lecture, we are going to discuss again static routing, but in this demonstration, we have taken three routers. So, first thing which you will learn how to add more interfaces and how you can perform static routing when you having more than two routers in your network. As shown in the scenario, all the network addresses are provided. So, this particular belongs to 192.168.10.0.0. This is 20 network, this is 30 network, this is 10 network, and this is 172 network. Now all connections are made, but one connection is missing because when I put cursor on the router I can see that it's having only two fast Ethernet interfaces. How many fast Ethernet? Two fast Ethernet. So one interface is connected to this network, one interface is connected to this network, 30 network, but we don't have now any interface to connect with this network. So for adding more interfaces, click on the router, go into the physical tab. First step is switch off the router. First step is switch off the router. Now I want one Ethernet interface. So for you can check like it is also provide the description. When you click on any interface, it's provide you the description. So I want to add Ethernet interface. Which kind of interface? Ethernet interface. So select this Ethernet interface, drag it and drop on the free slot. It is called slot. So when I dropped, now switch it on again. Now switch it on again. Now check how many interfaces it's have. It's having three interfaces. How many interfaces it's have? It's having three interfaces. Now you can able to connect with this network also. Okay. Now everything is fine. Starting with providing IPs to the PC. So for this network, go on the desktop, select the IP configuration 192.168.10.2. First valid IP of this block is always my default gateway. Piece P4 is done. Desktop IP configuration. Then 3 first valid IP is always my default gateway. Now go on the router. I will provide the IP address with the help of command line. So for router A, for this router, it's connected with fast Ethernet 0/1 belongs to 192.168.10.0, and the address of this particular interface is 192.168.10.1 because this is the default gateway for this network. All the devices of this network, if want to send anything out of this network, must pass from this default gateway. So when I click on the router CLI, I get into the setup mode. So always put no. Enable privileged mode, config t, global configuration mode. So I need to select interface. Which interface? Interface fast Ethernet 01 because I want to provide IP address to this interface. Interface F0/1. Which IP address I want to provide? IP address 192.168.10.1. Second parameter 255.255.255.0 because this is belongs to C class. So default subnet mask of C class is 255.0.0. Sorry, 255.255.255.0. Now done with it. Put no shut to switching it on. Okay, complete processing is done. Now one interface of this router is connected to 20 network. Which interface? Fast Ethernet 0/0. So I can provide IP address to this interface also. So exit. Now select the interface F0/0. Now provide IP address 20.0.0.1. Subnet mask 255.0.0.0 because it belongs to class A. Now for switching it on, no shut, no shut, and you can check the state change to the up. Now we done with the complete configuration of this network and IP address to this interface. Now come in this network. Desktop IP addresses 172.16.0.2. Default gateway is 1. As we know, for this network, default gateway is this interface Ethernet 0/1/0, because any traffic from this network want to go out, he must have to pass from this interface. Okay, so cut it. Go and provide IP to the second PC. Desktop IP configuration 3. Default gateway is 1. Got it. Now come on the interface. So I again provide IP to the with the help of command line. Again, setup mode, execution mode, privileged mode. Now, for which interface? Ethernet 0 is connected. So write down interface E0/1/0. Now we comes into the Ethernet or interface configuration mode. Provide IP address. What IP address you need to provide? 172.16.0.1. Which class IP is this? B class. So subnet mask is always remain B class subnet mask. Put enter. Sorry, spelling is correct. Incorrect. Okay. Now last step is to put no shut to switching it on. So no shut. You can check that it has changed its state to the up and the port get green. Now for this router, one interface belongs to 20 network, one interface belongs to the 30 network, and one interface belongs to 172 network. We done with the 172.16.0.0 network interface. Now come with the 20 network interface, which is the interface fast Ethernet 0/0. So exit, select the interface F0/0, which belongs to 20 network. Write down IP address 20.0.0.2. Subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Put no shut. Put no shut. Now we have configured this network, and this network. Now one interface of this router is belongs to 30 network. Exit. Select the interface F0/1, F0/1, which belongs to 30 network. IP address network IP address 30.0.0.1. Subnet mask because A class 255.0.0. And for switching it on, no shut. Done. Now come in this network. First PC, desktop, IP configuration 10.0.0.2. 1. 1. Now go on to this router. Now I am going to provide graphically. So fast Ethernet 0/0. So go into the config tab, fast Ethernet 0/0, and it belongs to which network? It belongs to which IP? 10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0. Sorry. Fast Ethernet 0/1 belongs to the 10 dot network. So I am going to provide IP addresses 10.0.0.1, which is my default gateway also for this network. Now you can check this is done. Now come into the router. Now you can see that fast Ethernet 0/0 belongs to 30 network. So go on the fast Ethernet 0/0, provide the IP 30.0.0.2. By default the subnet mask will come. Done. Now complete topology is formed, complete network diagram is formed, IP addressing is done, interface adding in this router is also done. Now we need to perform the communication. Now this PC want to send packet to this PC. Now check the routing tables of the routers. So before checking the routing table, I want to discuss this router is aware about only directly connected network, this and this. This router is aware about how many directly connected network? 3, because it's having 3 directly connected network, 20, 30 and 172. This router is only aware about the 30 network and 10 network, not aware about the 172, 20, 192. So what we need to do? Now we need to perform the static routing. So check the routing table of router 1. Show IP route. How many networks he is aware? Only 2. So he cannot communicate any other network which is not present in his routing table. So we need to manually enter the information in the routing table. Show IP route. How many network information is present? 3, because it is directly connected to 3 networks. Similarly for this, so start routing process. So for this router, how many unknown networks? 172 is one unknown network, 30 is unknown network and 10 is unknown network. Now what is the next hoop from this router? Next hoop is address of this interface. Why? If this particular network want to send anything, this network must pass from this interface. If this particular network want to send anything in 30 network, must pass from this interface. If any information from this network want to get into the 10 network, must pass from this interface. So this interface become the next hoop address. This interface become the next hoop address. So go on the router, and we having how many unknown destination network? 3 unknown destination network. What are the 3 unknown? First is 172. So for routing we need to go into the global configuration mode, config t. Then we have to write IP route. First unknown destination network is 172.16.0.0. What is the first unknown destination network? 172, because this router is only aware about this and this, not aware about 172. What is the subnet mask for this network? What is the next hoop address? Address of this interface, which is 20.0.0.2. You can address of this interface is 20.0.0.2. Now one route is added. Now come another network, 30 IP route. Unknown destination network is 30.0.0.0. Subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. What is the next hoop address in this case? 20.0.0.2. Because if anything from this network want to go in this network or any other network, must pass from this point, and the IP address of this interface is 20.0.0.2. Now for third unknown network is 10 dot network. So for 10 dot network we need to 10 dot IP route 10.0.0.0. Subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. What is the next hoop address? Next hoop address again is the same, 20.0.0.2. 20.0.0.2. 20.0.0.2. Now check the routing table. Show IP route. In this network diagram we have seen that 5 networks. Now 5 network information is present in the first router routing table. Now similarly go for the second router, but here we need to consider something, config t. So this router is aware about how many networks? 3 networks which are directly connected, not aware about 192 and not aware about 10 networks. So for 192 network, first we are going to make the route for 192. From this network, if anything want to go in this network or any of the other network, he must have to pass from this interface, must have to pass from this interface. So this become the next hoop right now. So what is the unknown destination address? So IP route unknown destination address is 192.168.10.0. Subnet mask is 255.255.255. dot 0. Next hoop address, address of this interface, address of this interface. If anything from this network to this network or any other network this site, he must have to pass from this interface, and the address of this interface is 20.0.0.1. Now done for this network. Now another unknown network for this router is 10.0.0. So what we write, IP route unknown destination network is 10.0.0.0. Subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, and the next hoop address is address of this interface. Why the address of this interface? Address of this interface because if any traffic from this network want to go in this site, must pass from this interface. So remember one thing, for the central routers which are connected to more than one network, two networks having multiple next hoop, and for the end router, we have always a single next hoop. I will show you, no need to get confused, just follow the instruction what I am telling. After practicing some scenario, you will able to understand all the things. So what is the next hoop address? Next hoop address of this interface, address of this interface is 30.0.0.2. So we need to provide 30.0.0.2. Okay. Now all the things are done. This router is aware about all 5 network. You can exit and check show IP route. How many network information is? 5 network information is present. If you're not able to clear, now 1 2 3 4 5, out of this 3 are directly connected, 2 having static routes. Now come to this router, go into the CLI. This router is connected to 30 and 10, not aware about 172, 20 and 198. So again, now we are familiar with the command line. Go into the global configuration mode. You have to write IP route unknown destination network is 172.16.0.0. Subnet mask for this 255.255.0.0. What is the next hoop address? Address of this interface. So 30.0.0.1. Now similarly for 20 network, IP route unknown destination network is 20.0.0.0. Subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. What is the next hoop address in this case? Again we having the next hoop address is 30.0.0.1, because in the end router next hoop is always same, 30.0.0.1. Now come to the, now these two networks are done. This is still remaining 192 IP route 192.168.10.0. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. What is the next hoop address in this case? The next hoop address is address of this interface, because in the end router next hoop address is always same, so 30.0.0.1. Now check the routing table, show IP route. All 5 network is present, 2 with directly connected and 3 with via static route. Now start performing the communication. Here too, here first time failed, second time failed, third time failed, fourth time successful. Now the reason of getting failed first few attempts due to the ARP translation. Once the ARP translation is completed, the communication goes on. Similarly, you can check for all the devices in the network. Now we can able to communicate. Now if you want to see the path how actually your packet is arriving, so from PC1 bit belongs to the 192.168.10.0 network, and I want to check the path followed for this particular PC which belongs to 10.0.0.2 network. So you can use command trace rt, and what is the destination? 110.0.0.2. So you now you can check first 192.168.10.1, which is your gateway address PC, and this is the address for this interface. Second, your packet arrives to 20.0.0.2, which is the address of this particular interface. Then your packet arrives to the 30.0, which is the address of this interface. 30.0.0.2 is belongs to this interface. Then your packet is arriving the destination. So with the help of trace rt you can see the path followed by your packet. Okay, and for checking the connectivity you can use the ping command, ping 10.0.0.0.2. It is a similar to the sending icmp packet with the help of command line. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't skip this video. Kindly watch full video for the proper understanding. If you will not watch the full video, you cannot able to understand. Once you will able to understand the complete concept, you can draw as any complex scenario with the help of static routing. Thanks.